If you guys are tired of getting cleaved, I have the answer for you. Well, the game has the answer for you in the form of this new Esper called Ashley.
I am the first line of defense of the Esper Union.
She didn't seem like much to me at first, but when I got her, because I did, video on that later, I started to realize how busted she was in certain game modes. So let's go ahead and go over her abilities. You have her S1, attacks one enemy one time, deals 100% of attack damage, 60% of a chance of inflicting speed down. Nothing too crazy, speed down is always good, but nothing crazy. S2, attacks all enemies, deals 70% of attack damage, flicks attack down for 2 turns, and if Ashley's attack is higher than the enemy's, he has a 50% chance of inflicting stun. This is a good AoE stun, could be useful, but what makes her extremely good in my opinion is this ability right here. So we're gonna go over everything and how it works. So let's go ahead and read it. Gains defense up and shield for 2 turns. Shield strength equal to 200% of attack. Gains 5 Bifrost stacks. Grants attack up to all allies for 2 turns. Attacks all enemies and deals 90% attack damage. And at the start of combat, gain 3 Bifrost stacks. So I'm gonna explain how this part works first. So essentially, whenever you click on the S3, she's gonna get defense up and a shield on herself. She's gonna do an AoE attack, hits all enemies, and also gives an attack up for 2 turns. When you start the battle, you're gonna notice that she already has 3 Bifrost stacks. That always happens. She doesn't have to take a turn to get that. You may be wondering, well, okay, what are these Bifrost stacks? Now we're gonna go over here. The Rainbow Bridge is the same thing as Bifrost, same thing. When an ally triggers a crit within their turn, they deal additional true damage equal to 10% of the target's max HP, up to 100% of Heimdall's attack, which is Ashley, and reduces target's AP by 10%. This first half essentially turns all your team that crits into an AP pushback unit that deals true damage. So this is a massive buff to your whole team, especially if you run units like Zeus and like Lin Zhao that always crit. This is going to be very good for them. They're going to push them back AoE and they're going to deal extra damage. Okay, that's the first part. And then it can only be triggered once per target per turn. All right, so you push back everybody for 10 by 10% AP back. Nice. Okay. When an ally is attacked by a crit, so when you receive it, increases all allies AP by 10% and can only be triggered once per turn. When the effect is triggered, consumes this buff per Bifrost stacks, right? Anytime an ally gets hit by a crit, or anytime one of your allies does a crit, your allies are going to take AP and then gain AP if they get hit by a crit. What essentially this means is that this unit by itself slows down or even almost stops cleave teams. And I'm going to show you how that works. It may not seem like it does, but it works. It works fantastically. All right, no better way of showing off where she shines the most in stopping cleaves than Point War. So we're in Point War 12. Let's see how she performs here. All right, so we outspeed, but that's okay. Hopefully they get an attack in. Let's see. Okay, they're gonna get an attack in. I want you guys to watch. See the AP push? See how we got pushed? See how we got pushed forward? Now she goes, does a little AoE. Everybody has attack up, and then this sets up Zeus to just finish the cleave and turn the tides around. It's just she's just good. She's good. She's good for these cleave teams or the anti-cleave teams. For defense teams, she's probably gonna be very good. Very good also for defense teams. We're gonna do a couple more. So we're gonna do another one. Here we go. This one has an Unis. I'm probably expecting to be outsped here. Oh, okay. Guess not. But they do have double AP push, so let's see. Unis though, he's gonna AP. See how we got AP pushed with the Unis? So Unis did his AoE AP push, but we got pushed with him. So essentially, this kind of I don't know if you're paying attention to the bottom row, but we are getting pushed all the way up. All the way up we got pushed. So now we can go for our like that. Boom. That's fine. I think we can dispel. Kill the Unis. They can actually kill her. Boom. And then we kill her, and then it's just GG's after that. As you can see, like this girl, Unis gives like a if I'm not mistaken, it's 25%. Actually, let me verify. Okay, so he essentially turns Unis 30 AP push into a 20 AP push, which is pretty good. You know, like it's a 10 AP push difference that she brings to the table, and she can trigger it more than once. Let's see if we can take on this. This team looks kind of nasty, so let's see if we can take it. All right, we're gonna leave it and see what happens. He's dead. Oh, damn. Okay. This is all auto. I'm not even touching it. See how he got pushed there? Like, I'm just saying, this girl is so busted. She is so good. She's so good. She literally stopped the cleave. Made it to where their whole team couldn't just go all. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. So she's very, very good in point war. So we're gonna go ahead and take her to cube just to take her somewhere, because anywhere that they have multiple enemies that you could get outsped, she's going to be very, very helpful. Okay, so this is cube 8. So let's see how it goes. As you can see, our units are very, very slow. We already pushed back Zora. We may die to the to the hard buff, but let's see. So he pushed them back again, and there's gonna go Zeus, and he's gonna kill himself. Or no, he's not. Okay, so there you go. Even in cube 8, you may get outsped. It's fine. Even if you do get outsped, she's going to push your team forward. Let's go ahead and skip over to this enemy right here, just so you guys can see that it's not only against the shit defenders. We can do it against the mad ones too. This is against the mad defender, so let's go ahead and see. It's on auto, so we'll see how it goes. Clara's gonna outspeed. Pay attention to the AP bar. Okay, we didn't trigger the AP, but did you see Tai? She pushed us forward. So essentially, yeah, she turns the team into a AoE AP manipulator, essentially. Like Tai, she counters Tai pushes. She not counters it directly. She doesn't directly counter Unis, but she mitigates Unis a little bit. Okay, we're gonna try out an Infinity Tower level 1. We're gonna go with time travel, disaster withdrawal, and unstoppable, and just see how she does. We're gonna leave it on autos. We can't push him back because we have the unstoppable one, but they can push us forward, and they did push us forward. So as you can see, she's very, very good, very, very powerful. She already expended all her buffs, but she's gonna get 5 of them back right here. There we go. And then she gets 3 back. I'm just gonna let this play out. Unis is gonna push us forward.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Okay, so we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it out against the Unis lead in Huddle Battle. I honestly don't know if this is gonna how good this is gonna be, but we'll find out right now. She has her Bifrost. She's gonna push up her. She didn't push up her Clara, but we're still here. We have our immunity. This should push us forward. This is gonna push us forward even more. And there we go. We survived the cleave, and she's about to go crazy. She didn't go as crazy as I wanted, but we should be able to take that, and now Unis should be free. So there you go. With Lin Zhao, she's guaranteed to be a. Oh, nice. We got pushed forward. You see it? Yeah, she's very, very good. Very, very good. Last but certainly not least, we're gonna take a look at her build. She thrives off her attack. Everything scales off her attack. 100% of attack damage, 70% of attack damage AoE. Her shield scales off 200% of her attack, and then she deals 90% attack AoE. So you want to stack as much attack as you can as possible. If you want to build her fast, that's also very good. It's not necessary since her Bifrost is already active at the start of battle. So you can have your Dahlia and your Clara be fast, or your AP pushers be fast, and then she doesn't have to be that fast because her Bifrost are already active. So you're gonna get all those juicy bonuses from her Bifrost stacks, and she doesn't even need to take a turn. So that's kind of bust. So actually, you don't want her to be the fastest one in your team, because you want your Bifrost stacks to be used before she replenishes them with her S3. Remember that her S3 gives her 5 Bifrost stacks every time you use it. So she starts off with 3. If you use 1 or 2 of those, if she's not the fastest unit in your team, she's going to use at least 1 or 2, and you're going to replenish back up to 6 or 7 Bifrost stacks when you use your S3. So essentially, you don't want her to be the fastest one on your team. Other builds that I would consider on her would be Anything that has attack, like honestly, this is the most important stat right here because you want her to do some damage. As far as stats to focus on, I would probably say that the best stat to focus on is attack. So she's very easy to build. She doesn't have to be the fastest unit in the game. You can have her be third fastest, right? And she'd still be fine. Obviously, if you're gonna put attack, might as well try to stack as much crit damage and crit rate as you can. Accuracy is not necessary also. She does have an AoE stun, which could work. You know, you can run her in Zeus set, which, you know, she has double AoE abilities, so Zeus set might be good too. But essentially, if you can have a 2700 plus Zeus set or 2700 plus Astral Witchcraft set or 2700 plus any set you want to run, just make sure you have a lot of attack on her and you should be good. Speed, you want her to at least go before your DPS. So you want her to be a little bit faster than your DPS, but not super fast that she goes before your AP pushers, because you want your team or the enemy team to use the Bifrost stacks before she goes. Also remember that her S3 gives attack up to all allies for 2 turns, so that's why you want to bring her. That's why you want to make her go before your DPS. It has crit rate for 5%, which isn't great. She does get 7 speed, but 20% attack bonus is kind of nutty. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not great, but it's very good having this plus 20%. So don't sleep on that. Make sure you get her to phase 6. Lastly, we're going to talk about her resonance. At resonance 1, you have a couple of options. I would go with either Life Blast for that increased chance of triggering Bifrost, or we're going to go with Targeted Constraints because she gets that 2% accuracy per surviving enemy, which will help her lend her debuff. At resonance 2, I would actually reset the attack. I'll bring it here to Crisis Response because this will only add up to already kind of busted support type abilities. And then at Reso 3, you really want to pick up Hasty Action. This is my favorite resonance. I would probably put this on mostly all of my Espers, because after the first turn, your abilities are constantly on cooldown. So just having 10 free speed is just invaluable, and she needs it so she can rotate her S3 more frequently. Alright, so after you pick up Hasty Action at Reso 3, which is my suggestion every time, I'll probably go for Berserker Drain because her AoE ability is going to allow her to heal, and it's going to add a little bit more sustain to her already busted shield that she gets from using her S3. So Berserker Drain is probably my choice, but you can't go wrong with this. For Perfect Harvest and PvP is probably very good too. And then also Preemptive Attack is free damage, so why not? My preference is probably Berserker Drain, but any of these 3 would be very good. And yeah, that's about it for the build. Let me know what you guys think. Did you pull Ashley or did you not? If you pulled any of the other units, let me know what you pulled in the comments. Let me know what you think about Ashley in the comments. And until next time, guys, see ya.